So today we're starting a new project. We're in Moscow Mills, Missouri, but what we're doing now, where I'm at, this is all going to be a parking lot, and looks like the cedars have taken over, but we're taking all of those out, getting them all piled up, and we'll burn that next. Once we get all this out of the way, we'll get this all graded out and flat. We'll add our drainage system, and it'll be nice when it's done. We're doing this for a paving company that we work with. So right now he's digging up the stumps. He went through earlier and pulled as many of these as he could out. Obviously there's going to be some leftovers that he has to come back and clean up. So that's what he's doing now. You can see this orange tape kind of scattered throughout. That's our line that we're following. I don't know if you can see it in the tree, but here, and it's going to be a pretty big parking lot. Pretty exciting stuff. We're going another 30 or 40 yards into the woods that way. But yeah, roughly an hour ago you couldn't get a machine through any of this, and now he's got like an 18-foot wide path through there with everything stacked in the center. Same on the other side of the pile. So a little bit later on today, once this is all stacked up in several piles, we'll get this burning and go from there. Looks like quite a few people have joined. What we're doing here, we're building a parking lot, and it's really overgrown with honeysuckle and cedar trees, so we're getting those out of the way, getting them all stacked up, and then we'll burn this by the end of the day, and work on grading this by the end of the week. Just got a lot of stuff to get rid of first. So the excavator's going through and pulling all the big stuff out, and then the skidder with the mulcher is coming in behind it and mulching up what it can, you know, cleaning up. It's a pretty good mix. What up, Brandon? How you doing, buddy? The video probably doesn't do it justice of how of the size of this pile, but good God, it's 25-30 feet up there. By the time he's all the way up with that thing. I'll show you what this mulcher does, but I don't want to get too close to it, that's for sure. Not much, just working in Wildwood today. Easy one-day job. Nice, dude. We're out in Moscow Mills. Building a parking lot. It's a pretty good sized tree. So this is our Volvo 220. It's the biggest excavator we've got right now. We've also got a Volvo 160, and we just picked up a Volvo 88. So got 3 different size excavators now, which is going to be really good for us as far as being able to do smaller infrastructure projects and some residential stuff to keep us busy, because the big stuff has slowed down quite a bit, I guess, with the big snowstorm that we got, and maybe the economy. I'm not too sure, but this is relatively a large project. It'll take us a week or 2, but we'll see. I can tell we were slow as well. Hopefully it picks back up soon. The company of Land Design. Yeah, I think I've heard of those guys. Right on, dude. Yeah, everything kind of slowed down towards like mid-December. Clearing and sawing. Yes, well, clearing right now, not quite any sawing yet, but getting ready to burn this pile. It's gonna be a massive fire. He is just about at the end of his reach, which I believe is 26 foot, which it's a pretty good pile. Then you've got 3 acres of cedar trees piled up into one pile. Should burn pretty good. So Ben's going through in the excavator and he's picking out all the bigger stuff. Then James is following him around in the skid steer with the mulcher, and he's mulching all of the smaller stuff up. It's actually a Volvo 220, but it's in the same category as a 250. The 250 is just a bit heavier. We were fortunate enough to run a 250. Volvo let us demo one, and that's the machine that we took to North Carolina with us. But we've had nothing but good luck with these Volvos. So the reason he's got it like this is this morning, well, actually about an hour ago, this was all a really thick patch of cedar trees. As you can see behind me, you can see how thick they are. And those orange flags are where we stopped, but really, really thick. So when the machine first got here, he went along the edge of where we're working and picked out material and threw it to the inside. And just got himself one single path to get through here. And then he went back again and made it wider. And now he's got to bring the material to this pile. Now, technically, he's getting far enough away that he could probably make himself another pile, and we'll have two fires going. But I'd imagine he's bringing it down here because there's a building up here, and it's good practice to start your fires further away from the buildings than closer, in my experience. Got a stumper. No, we're actually gonna, this is where we're at now. This is gonna be a big parking lot. So once we get as much of the material pulled out of the ground as we can with the 220, we're gonna grade all this anyway and pull all those stumps up. So it'll just be part of it. But all of this whole area is gonna be relatively flat. And we'll do a drainage system, a storm drain right about where the skid steer is at now, which will drain out this way. And we'll also be adding a drainage pond to this so that can slow down some of that water before it makes it to the neighbors. Are you guys gonna burn that brush? Yes, we are. Yep, so we took roughly 3 acres of cedar trees out. You can see this is how thick it was an hour or so ago. But we've got this cleared and now we're gonna burn it. Ben's in the excavator right now and he's got quite a bit of experience doing clearing jobs, which is why this is going so quick. He's very, very efficient when it comes to jobs like these. He's here alone for the first hour and made massive progress. I miss your videos. They're far and few between. I'm sorry, dude. I'm a one-man band as far as the editing goes, and I've got a lot of things going on. I bought another house to flip and rehab while we were slow, so I've been working on that. And I need a new computer really bad. My computer's so bad that it won't. It takes roughly 6 hours to edit a video. So, how many acres are we clearing? I believe we're clearing 6 total. How long have we been in business? Since 2021. I appreciate you watching them, Kevin, man. It's just, there's a lot of work that goes into it, brother, and part of it is having the right equipment, which I do not have right now. So I'm working on it. I have so much footage, backlogs of videos that I'm going to make. I just need I have to buy an Apple computer before I can get any further with those, because now it's at the point where it won't even download the footage. So it's a struggle. When I'm really recording a project, I record 100 to 300 gigabytes of footage every day between the DJI and my phone and the drone. The drone requires a lot of memory, so that brush pile is getting huge. Yeah, man. Like I said, that's about 3 acres of cedar trees all stacked into one. So, yeah, compared to the machine and compared to Ben, I mean, you see Ben next to it, and he's 7.5 foot tall, so it just goes to say. We're live right now.
Oh, we are?
Oh, yeah.
Bathroom break, but I'll be right back.
You want me to come film? Okay. Y'all just got started. 5 years be bigger than Let's Dig 18. It's growing fast. Y'all appreciate that, Kevin, man. Really do. And feel free to comment on our videos if you want to see, with what you guys want to see. I don't really know. This is just, I'm kind of winging it as far as filming it goes. So if you want more in-cab footage, like on the GoPro or something like that, or whatever. Jake said, who told him he could get out? Yeah, I know. He needs to get back in. He's got a timer. It's gonna burn hot. Yes, it's gonna be a big, big fire. Steel toe.
What are you gonna do about it?
We'll talk later. Who told him he could get out? Get back in your hole. Yeah, that'll do. Hold on. Do that again, hold on. YouTube thumbnail real quick. Got it. You do a great job making vids. Nice, pleasant voice. Thanks, dude. I actually hate my voice on camera, so appreciate you saying that. We won't see him for another 6 hours. But yeah, to give you an idea, I mean, should be a good one. He's gonna keep adding to it as well. Yeah, I'm under it now, and it's gonna let that pile dry or full send. Full send, buddy. Couple gallons of diesel fuel, let her rip. That's what I say. I'm just kidding. We start it super ethically and with fire only. No additives. Gonna send some smoke signals. Yeah, I've already called the fire department and let them know. So, all natural, baby, that's right. Yeah, what's nice about where we do most of our work in Lincoln County, they just ask that you call and let them know that you're doing a controlled burn. Sometimes we have to pull a controlled burn permit, but there's not much to that. Put haul truck tires in there and let it roll. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm also not agreeing with you. he's gonna work on getting some more of this material from down this way and adding it to our burn pile here. Now, like I said earlier, the way this is set up the way it is an hour and a half ago or so, this was really, really thick with cedars. You can see that tree line of what's left. But it was like that all throughout here. So he went along the edge and picked some from that side and created a path for himself to get all the way through here. And then he worked his way back and did the same thing again, creating this big hedge in the middle. And now he's got to go back through and grab a hold of that and bring it down to the pile. If this building wasn't here, we would just have more than one fire going. But better to not have one close to a structure like that. 220, yes, that is that's the 220. Pretty good for an hour and a half. Yeah, dude, Ben has a lot of experience doing clearing jobs, and when you let him roll with it, he gets it, he makes it happen, that's for sure. It's also cedars, which are really easy to pull up out of the ground, so if it was anything else, we'd still be chipping away at it, you know, but cedar's root system isn't very deep, so he just pulls them right out of the ground and can stack them up pretty easy. And with a 4-foot bucket, he's making quick work of it. Surely he got all the stumps. He got most of them. I mean, if you look at the ground, there's not very many. So, yeah, he got most of them. But we're going to grade this anyway. This is going to be a big parking lot. So anything that we missed pulling out is going to get disturbed when we go to grade this, and we'll pull it out then. I heard cedar trees burn really good. Yes, they do. They take a little while to get going when they're this fresh, but yeah, they burn hot. Gravel, I am not positive if this is going to be a paved lot or a gravel lot. Or is the ground frozen? The top few inches of our ground is not frozen, but underneath that it is frozen. It was 65 in St. Louis yesterday, 70 degrees yesterday. So that thawed out a lot for us, luckily. You got GPS on the machines. Yes, all the Volvo machines have GPS, but we don't use it 90% of the time. No surveyors? What do you mean? I mean, we follow blueprints. So this parking lot has a set of blueprints, but it doesn't. You don't need GPS to follow that. You can mark it out relatively simply without it. Now, the GPS on the excavators comes in handy when you're doing the, foundations and things like that have to be at specific depths throughout. Which, I mean, I guess this does too, but we're not doing any of the grading work with the Volvos, so we'll do that with the dozer. We got Top Con on the excavators and dozer. Yeah, that would be nice, dude. That sounds expensive. I know we plan on getting a dozer with GPS here in a bit, but it's maybe this year, but very expensive. And we've got a lot of new guys too, so I think where we're at in the business, these guys need to get really well versed in their machines and figuring out how to do things without GPS before we give them that luxury. Automatic greasers, yeah, that would be nice. We don't have that either. U230 has an automatic grease system. Nice. This one does not. Equipment looks brand new. This is a 2-year-old machine that we bought new. So, I mean, it's definitely got some scratches on the tail, but not as bad as some of the ones I've seen, that's for sure. These Volvos are sharp in general, I think. They just look really good. This is one of 3 that we have. He's messing with his phone in there. How many hours on there? Ben, how many hours are on that thing? Couldn't tell you. 1,300, there you go. That's the operator that's replying while he's running the machine. I'm not gonna answer that one, Henry. Just getting broke in, that's right. Brush pile makes the 220 look small, right? It's a 60,000 pound machine. Which the 220 is huge next to the skidder if you see it. leave that shit there so that when it's on fire, you can sauce it on. I imagine you meant to say toss it on, but dude, when that thing starts ripping, it's gonna be so hot that you're not really gonna want a machine to get that close to it often, you know. Like, we'll have to let it burn for an hour, a couple hours, and then go back and stoke it, kind of pile everything back on with the excavator. But right now we're trying to get everything cleared and out of the way so we can see what we're working with. We've still got 1.5 acres to clear. Yeah, this thing's gonna be burning hot for a while, that's for sure. So you can see how quickly he's able to go through there and just really pull out everything. replant that one, Jake says. Jake, you sound like some of our viewers that are actually serious. He's trying to get out of that swamp area. It's really wet where he just was. Kevin said, did you ever get the Ford fixed? I believe so. Holy shit, there's a guy walking through the woods. Some old timer. God damn it. Do you see me? God damn. Some old timers walking up through the woods. No, sir, we're just the contractor.
He's having it all clear. What, is he going to build a house back in here?
No, he's gonna still use it as a commercial. He's gonna park it.
Good Lord. Sorry about that, y'all. With this mulcher, dude, this thing throws material hundreds of feet, and you got some fucking guy walking through the woods where the operator can't see him just to talk. They don't know what's going on. Well, fuck. Good thing somebody's paying attention, dude. It's absurd. We were doing a project in an HOA a couple of weeks ago, and some lady called the HOA president because our guy was working alone in a 60,000 pound excavator, and she was concerned for his safety. So the HOA president came out, walked up right behind him in the machine to talk to him about it. You want to talk about a safety hazard? That's a safety hazard. Good Lord, dude. Everybody got to be nosy. And I mean, to come walking through the woods, at least it's one thing if you would have pulled his truck in the drive and came walking, you know, and walked down. But to come walking up through the woods where nobody can see you, it's absolutely ridiculous. Thanks for watching, Ed. We appreciate that, man. I'm learning. I'm a one-man show with the video stuff, and I really need a new computer. I'm to the point now where my computer, it takes 5 or 6 hours just to edit a video, just because that's how long it takes to download the footage that I have to watch over and over again. So I'm working on it. I'll have a new YouTube video coming out here shortly. And he's still over there yapping. Then the other side of this is the homeowners, or business owners rather, you know, hey, what's taking you so long? What's going on with the progress? Well, we had 11 neighbors stop by in an 8-hour period that wanted to know what we're doing. Sorry. You know, I don't know, it gets me fired up. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but time and place. So he's got most of this hedgerow loaded out now. Stacked in that pile. And that pile compared to the skid steer is massive. It's gonna be a big one for sure. So now he's just gathering what's left of all this material, and he's gonna make himself another pile to carry over there. I'll have this spot about licked. That's why I don't like dealing with working on residential jobs anymore. I don't like dealing with the people. Dude, I don't blame you. We were working in a neighborhood in St. Charles a few weeks ago, and it was bitter cold, like miserably cold. And we had 8 or 9 people come up to us in an 8-hour period from the that were all part of the HOA. You know, a chairman or whatever the hell they want to call themselves. The HOAs have gotten out of control. Everybody thinks they've got to say so, when in reality, you know, I mean, it should be just up to one person, in my opinion. Just make it happen. And if you're in an HOA and you see people working, just let them work. Just do them a favor and just let them work. Don't ask them how long the road's gonna be closed. Don't ask them how's it going. Just let them be. You could bring them lunch. It's about the best thing you could do. We had a guy just stop by randomly and bring us pizza one time, and we'll never forget that guy. I think he actually watches from YouTube. He just stopped by one day and was like, hey, I brought y'all pizza. And that was the coolest dude ever. If you're bringing pizzas, you're more than welcome to stop us. But if you're not bringing pizzas, just let us work. That guy didn't bring any pizzas. I just tell him to call the office and then put my earbuds back in. Yeah, unfortunately, I hear you, but unfortunately, I am the office. Me and James, so it'd just be coming right back out to me. You two related? No, just buddies. I was James' Second employee. Ooh. What? Okay.
Throw it all behind me and then
Yeah. All right. I'm fixing to take off here soon, so. Anyway. No, I'm not. I'm his daddy. Anyway. Push over a big one. Get out of his way. There you go, folks. That's how babies are made. So he's gonna do the same thing to this side. He'll go around and pull trees and set them in the center, and then I'll pull everything out of the center and add it to the pile that's on the other side of this open field now. Got about 1.5 acres to do, he said. There you go. I don't know what he's doing in there right now. Probably texting his mom. She texted me earlier too, so busy day for her. So all of this back here will be turned into a pretty good sized parking lot with appropriate drainage. We're doing a drainage pond as well. And should be a good little project for us. Hopefully it'll be done in the next week or two. I heard it's supposed to get cold again next week. Right now it's pretty nice, but oh yeah, look how soft that is. Lovely. A little muddy. Yes, sir. Definitely. We, this week it's been really warm. Is it supposed to rain tomorrow? Lovely. But, we got about 1 foot of snow. Everything froze solid. And now everything's starting to thaw out because it's been in the 60s. The top 6 or 8 inches is a muddy mess, and then it's frozen underneath there. But snow on Thursday, lovely. Yeah, it's already raining here in Tennessee. It's supposed to get a bunch tomorrow. Lovely. That's honestly not a bad thing for us, where we're at in this stage of the project, because we are going to burn this pile either at the end of the day today, or if it's supposed to rain tomorrow, we'd probably burn it tomorrow. Oh, for Vermont, you're getting snow. Nice, dude. I'd rather have snow than rain, because we can still make money with the snow. It's been such a wet year. Yeah, I agree with you, man. Don't have to shovel rain. You got that right. But we plow snow, and we all get quite a few hours when it snows heavy here, so that part of it's nice, but you're not able to do dirt work for quite a while after that. Rather have rain here. All our county roads are untreated and not plowed when it snows, only major state highways. So that's interesting. I guess it's because you guys don't get enough of it. So your highways department don't have plows or anything like that. MoDOT usually does a pretty good job, but they did not do a good job with the last event that we got. But we also got about a foot of snow in 6 hours, so we were plowing a hospital, and 2 machines, 2 skid steers with 12-foot plows couldn't keep up with it. We live in a rural county and they can't afford it. That makes sense. Yeah, I heard on this last snow event that we got, there were several people up in Tennessee that were stuck up in the mountains, you know, in the Airbnbs and stuff like that couldn't get out. I saw a bunch of that stuff on social media. Hopefully all those people got out without any problems. I also saw that Florida just got smoked by snow not too long ago. I wonder what all them people did. I know they don't have plows. State only plows a couple county roads after a couple trucks get stuck. It sucks that somebody has to slide off the road, or multiple people have to slide off for them to do something. It shouldn't be that way, but something that I've noticed is with how wet the ground is, he's able to push these trees over, and probably 90% of the time he's getting the root ball with it. Sometimes he's not, obviously sometimes they're breaking, but a lot of times he's getting the root ball. You can see he just pushed over 3 or 4 and got all the root balls. All but one. It's always the little ones that give you trouble. See what I mean? Anyway, folks, I'm gonna hop off here and go take care of some other things. Gotta run by another project and get some after footage, and I'll go from there. I'll do this more often when I can. So, appreciate everybody chiming in.